faculty and students who have ideas, and I'm like, oh, they will want to talk to you. That's part of my job, is to connect the dots. But it's active. Laboratory of difference making. So it's not a hypothesis we have in a textbook, we're going to write great articles and publish and become wonderful professors and blah, 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 blah. You have to make a difference. And it's going to be hard, and it will take all of us to do these things. Changing public transit will take a multitude of factors. But if we all get those multitude of factors, and we systematize it, and we evidence-base, and we try it, and it works, then we've changed things. So the university has those skill sets to be able to organize and coordinate and systematize and survey. And so we have certain skill sets. We are not good at other things. We are not good at on the boots and on the ground often. We're not good sometimes of carrying out relationships because a semester ends and they go home. You guys are still all here. So we have to learn how to be more agile and adaptive in our innovative educational strategies. But won't that make us a really unique university that will attract really unique students from all over the world? Yes, it will. And our president agrees. So how do we do this? So this is a lot of speak. You know, I give lots of presentations, but when you both were speaking, how do we do this? We do it with you. We don't do it for you. That's what that says. So often universities go in and say, I know what's best. The textbook says this. And we become saviors. We're not saviors, but we will do it with you. And if you ante in and invest, so will we, and imagine what we could do together. So we want to create a vibrant, imaginative hub, because solving public transit is not a throw a whole bunch of money at it. We will have to come up with really innovative ways of doing it. We have to look at our geography. Tyson is uphill. So if you're like, put in a bike path, I'm like, okay, do you have showers? And what about the torrential downpour? But there are places in the world that make it happen. And we have researchers who can go find out and do some of the background work for you. But it's part of a course. And so our students learn about it and go, how does Copenhagen do public transit? Oh, and how does Canada do it? And how do different cities in the United States do it? This model might work, let's test it. So there's different ways of moving some of these. And why isn't there programming for adults with special needs? And perhaps we could create an innovative community where adults or young adults that have special needs that are often marginalized will be able to contribute to the common good. And won't that be wonderful? And therefore you have programs, and therefore you go and find other things. So there's different ways that different communities do it, but we need all to know this information, we need to share, and we need to work together to do it. The collaborative has 3 must-haves, and I mean fancy words, sustainable development. So triple bottom line means if our planet is sick, if our place is sick, if our water is sick, if our air is sick, our people will be. If our people are sick, you can't hold down a job. So we have to care about the place. We have to care about the people, that's the social. But we also have to look at economic feasibility and how people can have meaningful jobs with meaningful wages. So projects and initiatives that come into the collaborative have to attend to all 3. Does that mean all of them are economically based? No. But all our students who come in and they're doing an economic impact survey have to at least attend to the place that these economies are happening. So it makes them think a little more broadly. Social programs. How do we think a little more broadly? Because you might have the greatest social programs, but if the people are coming sick all the time because their homes are on toxic waste dumps we haven't cleaned up, that's a problem, and your programs will never succeed. So attending to all 3 is important. Intergenerational, we want your children's children to have opportunities. And what they might look like might be different, but we're attending to those. But also, participatory process just means it has to be a living democracy and your voices have to be heard. We have to do something about that. So those are our must-haves. Other than that, Bob's your uncle. There is all sorts of imaginative ways of doing what we do in the collaborative. So we can't do what we do if you can't do what you do. And our community has to thrive. It's not philanthropy, and the university is not going to do for, but we will work with you, shoulder to shoulder, and align our talents with yours. We want to emphasize that your capacities need to be aligned with our student learning outcomes and our teaching to get the most out of this. And the collaborative will work really hard, and Candace will work really hard at aligning these. And not just aligning them and hoping for the best. She provides every project, we have 7 ongoing right now, with assessment tools. How's it going? How does this work? Is this working for you as a community partner? How are our students learning? What are our students learning? Is this helping or not helping? But also pedagogies, how to do service learning. So one of the opportunities we do have, and we're building towards, is a Root Summit in February. So if you want to come, then make sure you come and see me. And I think some of you will have emails going out, so our president and secretary is sending them out. If you want to become and hear your voice and be a part of the Root Summit, she is going to be helping us learn how to be really effective partners with each other. Because you can say you're a partner, but then you're like, well, they didn't tell me. Well, how do you be really good partners? I want to know more, so I'm excited she's going to be teaching us in a really fun and interactive way. So we need to create together. It's everyone's responsibility to care for one another and for the land in which we inhabit, because we are part of creation. So we have to put our gifts and talents. So this is part of our mentorship program. And we have some of our fraternities going in and talking to our students. Because as you said, if you can't hold your eye, you got to practice that. Because so often the students that we're dealing with have never heard that they're worth anything at all. So as adults, why would they? So our kids go in and go, you're great. And imagine a college student who doesn't feel good about themselves going in and have students going, you're the best thing ever. There's this reciprocal, So we're trying to give them more opportunities to do that. This is one story, our health bus. So if you were at the back and you picked up, we saw in our community that we had a health fair. Fabulous. Once a year. Once a year is wonderful. But I don't know about you, but I just don't get sick once a year right before the health fair. I don't usually do that. So what we found was the university had a bus. We got funding for a bus that some of our providers can go out. But our providers were like, I have full course loads. I have 150 students. I've got all this stuff. Who do I go and talk to about this? And they didn't have time to create the relationships with all the different people. And that's hard. It's on top of everything that they're doing. And the students are like, we're really excited, but just tell us what day. And I said, I don't know what day. You pick the day. I don't know what day. So we had a bus. We had lots of community members who wanted to also piggyback and serve our community. So we're like, if we had the collaborative creating these opportunities and all people had to do was sign up, we would get a lot more people monthly. So we said, let's try. 4 months. January is mental health and wellness. And again, we decided to go mental health and wellness so that our undergraduate courses, we have graduate health schools, but our undergrads, like our psychology department, our sociology department, and our Woo Dub Stomp and Shake team, they are coming because if you move your body and you feel good about your body, that helps your mental state. So it's mental health and wellness. So we have a lot of diversity coming to this first event. If you want to be a part, we'll send you the Google form. You just sign up. What do you need? Do you need a table? Do you need a booth? Do you need a room? We have our PA students. They are going to be doing screening for depression in young adults. They've got the skills to be able to do that. So as parents come in and they can pick up clothes and they can have food because we've got food vendors, and they go see the Dub Stomp team and interact, and then they go and see the Monroe Police because they're going to be there talking about their interaction. And then there's screening rooms. So parents can say, you know what, I'm really worried about my kid. But their kids are off doing the puppy lab, which is Candace is holding this really neat on managing emotions. Yeah.
We don't actually have puppies.
Now, I know someone asked me that today. No puppies, but you will be managing emotions. So the students can be off doing different things, and parents have the opportunity of going, I'm really worried. We have the app from Union County Public School will be there. So people can tie into an event if someone organized. The next one is at Wingate Elementary. And their parents are on third shift, so they ask for mornings. So 8 to 10 a.m., we will have the health bus there doing heart health because it ties in with their academic showcase. So we're piggybacking. But again, if you want to be involved, this is just what's going out at different places in the community so that they know about it, our community knows about it. But also one of the social barriers is language. So thank you, Reverend Harbin. He's been doing some of the translation into Spanish for us. So as much as we can, we translate to make it accessible for all our patrons. So this is an example. So who benefits? They're like, why is the university investing in this? Take a look. The blue are all the university undergraduates, graduates, student groups, rec center, they're all benefiting. All of them are taking what they do best. So our rec center is doing yoga and Zumba. You know, they'll come and show you different things. And so all of these students will be here, and it is benefiting their education. So one just example of how they will be interacting with the community to better the community. And we will be surveying our community members to find out what services do you want? What do you want and where do you want it? And I know Thrive Union has a survey that we still have from last time, and we'll be conducting the survey for Thrive Union as well to gather more data about access to all services. But why create an event when you can come to another event and we have a hospitality team made up of the students of our Hispanic students, Spanish speaking. So they welcome. So anyone that comes through the door, hopefully, now if there's different languages, we will find out about that, and then we will ask our students to be there. We have Aramaic speaking students and Greek speaking students. That's what the university has to offer. So these are the win-win-win-win-win. It's really good for us. Our accreditors love that we're doing this. And you know our advancement team loves it, which means we can go to Blue Cross Blue Shield and say, look what we're doing, give us more money. Which means then we can offer more services. So this is definitely a collaboration for the common good. So together we can do this. We have a saying on campus saying, one dog. We're one dog. Say, great, we're one really big dog because we're part of a community. So this is my contact information. If you want to be involved, there's many different ways. If you want students and a service learning course to become an integral part of your community group, come and talk to myself or Dr. LePan. If you want to be part of our day of service, come and talk to us. If you want to be part of the Root Summit, come and speak to us. So we're here to kind of connect you. There's a new space, Wingate Baptist Church, upstairs. We're living the collaborative. We're cohabitating and bringing students and young life into Wingate Baptist Church. We have the second floor. So we have space if you have focus groups you want to have or a few people you want. So come and talk to me because it is a collaborative space and we're trying to design it for working together. And that way you can bump in and you have opportunities to bump into our students and our faculty and hopefully have a little fun along the way. So please reach out. And I think you printed out,
I did.
which has my contact on the back. So, and I was taking notes during all your presentations, so I'm like, the power of we is substantial. So if you want to work with us, great. We're all ears. We love to be able to do this. So I think.
Thank you much.
You are welcome.